Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the Cowboys. We got their second game of the preseason. This is serious. Cowboy time. Kaboom, bro. Kaboom. All right. So, a lot of topics to cover today. Obviously, camp battles are still going on, But what I want to talk about today is who to watch out for in the next game here. Obviously, the hottest name right now is Daron Bland. And man, I gotta say, the week that I said that he wasn't really showing up, he just catapulted himself. Just catapulted himself. Don't know what it was, what happened, but he really turned it on, man. And I really noticed it in that preseason game number one. If you watched my post game report, he was one of the guys that I really highlighted. All right. Now, why it's important to talk about him is because Daron Bland is the example that you want as far as a player who stacks good practices and brings it to the game. All right, he's the guy that you want to watch. All right, and he's the guy that other players should aspire to be. Man, and I'm talking about the wide receivers. Okay, oh, wide receivers are making all these plays in practice. We get to the game, where the hell are they? Nowhere to be seen. These guys. I want to see what the wide receivers do in game two. All right, I got to see it because to me, that game one, the lights got to them, and that is no good, bro. Because we already have a little bit of a dinged up CeeDee Lamb. We will be getting Michael Gallup here probably sooner than later. So I expect him. I expect the Cowboys to carry him to the 53. They're not going to put him on the pup. Designated to return, 6 games, 7 weeks later, whatever it is. So he'll be in there. My concern right now is these wide receivers. It's been that since the offseason, man. If you follow the footage, the coverage that we've had here, it's been wide receiver, offensive line. Offensive line, we see Tyler Smith mauling and just throwing people all over the place. He still has a way to go as far as like refining his technique and this sort of thing. We saw the penalty issues rear its ugly head. Got to clean that up, right? And this goes for the whole team. So, game two, did they take the coaching? And this is very important for a Cowboy fan because if they didn't take the coaching and we come out here, preseason game two, we stink it up with a bunch of penalties, non-focus. This team's is not dialed in, all right? And if they're not dialed in now, you're looking at a Wade Phillips type of deal here, and here we go. Okay, now on the positive side, if they do clean it up, right, which I'm hoping they do, and you get Dak Prescott some snaps, he's got to play in this game too. All right, he's got to play a couple of series at least. I want to see him and Jalen Tolbert. I want to see the connection. I want to see who steps up. Is Dennis Houston going to push somebody off the roster? Is he going to be your final wide receiver to make it? He's getting a lot of attention here. But like I said, these guys have been showing up here in the practice. In that first game, they disappeared like the invisible man. Okay, so show me something, guys. All right. Because if not, they're going to have to think about adding somebody. All right. So it's got to happen in this week, this one. Okay. It's got to happen with Dak, catch the ball, be focused. The penalties, they got to go away. If all that happens, I'm going to feel a lot better about our chances for this upcoming season because this should be the warm-up game where your starters get some snaps. You make some connections. Defense is playing pretty good. Daron Bland's playing great. He's going to take somebody's spot. He's going to take somebody's spot. And who might that be? Whose spot might that be? All right. Jordan Lewis banged up. Kelvin Joseph, he is what he is. I think he's hanging on by a string. So Daron Bland's what you want, man. This guy reminds me of a young Orlando Scandrick when he came into the league. Very scrappy. Will play the run. Player catches the ball, he's there to tackle you. You know what I mean? That was a young Orlando Scandrick, but they took too long to get Scandrick into the starting lineup. to get action. I mean, it was a couple years. You know what I mean? Cowboys, if you have a playmaker who's a young playmaker, inject him now, because this defense can go from really good to amazing. I mean, really amazing, because you're gonna have Micah Parsons. He's all. I mean, we know what he is. He's an all pro among all pros, and you know, he's shown it on the field. We don't have to worry about him. I think this defense is in good hands with another year here with Dan Quinn. So those will be things to watch, but mainly it's on the offensive side of the ball, cleaning up the penalties and the wide receivers. All right, we cannot have a repeat of the first game, because if they do a repeat of that first game, this team is not dialed in, and they're not going to be dialed in for this season. Okay, now, like I said, on the positive side, if they clean that up and the receivers look better, thumbs up, man. So you gotta look at it on both sides. You know what I mean? So that's what we do here at Cowboys Blog, and those are the things to watch. Those are the things to watch. You know, you need to look at that offensive line depth. Josh Ball, is he gonna play better, or is it gonna be the same old? Does he have enough to clean up where he wasn't, holding his own? You know what I mean? So we'll see about that, but it's gonna be an interesting game. I think your number 3 running back, I think Malik Davis is gonna take that job, bro, because we got durability issues, and Mike McCarthy keeps talking about it over and over about availability. There's players right now that are not available, and these young guys are rising to the top. The cream rises to the top, and that's what this team needs. More unsung heroes, more young guys who become stars in the making right before our eyes. Okay, guys, let me know who you're gonna be watching in this next game. What do you want to see? And who are you really looking at? Let me know in the comments, guys. Continue to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you after the game for the post-game report. Peace.